We live?
Yeah, good morning, MarketChameleon.com. I'm Adam. That's Are We Live Will over there. What's up, dude?
You always wonder if you're live. You pull it so quick.
He's good. And look, he doesn't have his chameleon cup this morning. Good stuff happening over there.
Jet green, baby. Chameleon green.
Oh, it's going to be a great jet year, man. This year's going to be great, man. This is the year, dude. This is the year.
It's always, that's the beauty of the NFL. It's for every team. It's always the year.
Always this year. Everybody remember, option trading, much like being a Jet fan, is risky. You got to do your research out there, everybody. Take care. We're not telling you what to do. We're just giving you ideas. And if you're here on YouTube, click the subscribe button, tick that bell. You catch us live every morning. If you're on the Chameleon, look on the right of your screen. You can, if you're not already a premium member, you can try it for free for 7 days. Just tick that button, type in your email, and you're good to go. You want to share your screen with us, brother?
Not really. Has anyone emailed you and asked for a cup? Because they've taken on that.
How many cups have we've given away? Like 100 cups. What do you mean? Does anybody ask me for a cup? People ask me all the time. Can I get a cup? Can I get a cup?
No, but have they registered? We'd love you to take the free registration, Chameleons.
If you register and you hit me up, just send me an email, Adam@MarketChameleon.com. We will give you a free cup. That's what we do for our premium members because you join the club, the Chameleon Club.
And by the way, being a fan of any NFL team except the beloved Patriots is risky. Yes. Imagine what it feels like to be a Falcons fan.
Dude, imagine what it feels like to be a Brown fan, man. I'm psyched for the Brownies, man. You got to love the Brownies, man.
It does feel good to be a Browns fan right now. Yeah. That is for sure.
I'm super psyched for them. I mean, I liked them last year, but I'm super psyched for them now, man. I think they can do some damage next year.
You think?
I think so. You ready to go there, brother? You got your share screen up?
I'm trying.
So what do we got going on today, man?
A lot of Google activity.
Oh, by the way, I just wanted. Are you going to talk about BA at all today? Is that on the radar?
Why don't you take over the show?
Well, because the yesterday you were like, would you fly on BA? Would you risk your life? Apparently, I was risking my life. I had a flight scheduled today.
BA. You can't fly on BA. It's not an airline. It's.
You're so technical, dude.
It's the plane you're worried about. The 737 MAX 8.
So I was scheduled on American Airlines to fly on a 747 MAX. Yeah. I was actually scheduled to fly out this morning to go on my cruise.
Can we hold off on that 1 sec?
Yeah.
Let me get through the first through it because I do have something to show on that, and we'll listen to that story when we start. Too much. We've already chit-chatted about the NFL. So let's first go. First thing that popped up this morning is Domo, a interesting move after hours, and as always, I mean maybe not always, but it was reported by us in the posts yesterday. The unusual call volume also let you know that earnings was reporting after the close.
Mm-hmm.
The stock was up $5 after the close yesterday. It was a nice little show. The next thing that showed up on the feed that just jumped out at me because my daughter's maybe the last child in America who's, Dad, can we go to the Build-A-Bear? Just amazing.
Dude, you were a heavy investor in Build-A-Bear. Is that true or untrue?
It's untrue, but I have watched it just fall apart.
So the word heavy, no, you were an investor in Build-A-Bear.
Oh yes, as a father taking his child there, we have like 4 or 5 Build-A-Bears.
Yep.
And I mean, with the destruction of the malls in America, Build-A-Bear has been hurt like everyone else. I mean, people just don't go the way they once did to the malls. But, it's getting to a price that, I'm thinking about nibbling. I just wanted to throw that out.
Really? What's going to turn around that mall situation, man?
You
think people are going to go back?
I don't know if you're reading in the press, but there's a lot of stuff going on with people and their phones, and I don't know if it's going to be the government or just people. All right, wild dogs out there. Hold on. There are a lot of things going on out there that could lead people back to the malls.
So you're thinking some sort of
I just think
Disney
societal
style event malls. I mean, I've told you about that mall here, which is I don't know what they call it, but it's a experiential mall where they have zip lines, walking park outside, all sorts of things like that to attract people.
Yeah, which, I mean, Build-A-Bear fits that model. I mean, it is an experience, right? You're not just going in there and buying something in a box.
Yep.
So, and I think people, believe it or not, I do think there may be a turn where people force their kids to turn off their phones and try to relive.
Dude. You've lost your mind, man. You know what would be a really great if Build-A-Bear was like, dude, we got an app where you can build the bear on the app and then it gets shipped to you. I'm a full buyer of that.
They have that. That experience doesn't work as well for some reason. But it's anyways, keep an eye on it. There was nothing in the options space that jumped out, but it's the stock has certainly, bouncing off its lows.
Hey, I got a question coming in from my man Chess. He's asking, perhaps you can mention anything about the VIX, including a possible interesting angle that the chameleon can be used in relation to the VIX. What do you got, man? Anything for me?
I'm not going to give anything on the VIX today. You know what? I'll take a look today, and I will put a full presentation on the VIX tomorrow. How about that?
There you go, my man. There you go.
So listen to tomorrow's show, and we will do some VIX.
Dive into the VIX.
We'll look at the VIX. How about that? Who's that? Jesse James?
That's my man Chess.
Oh, Chess or Jess?
Chess. Like chess
awesome.
move. I think it's not a real person's name. I think it's his eau de plume.
Is it one of these Chinese bots?
Or possibly. So GE, what do we got on GE, man?
GE made some announcements today talking about, their turnaround. Who knows? This is it's amazing. One of the great American companies. I mean, where you and I grew up, it was, I don't know, 1/8 of the working men in the town worked for General Electric.
Sure.
In their finance department, their corporate department. It was an amazing entity that has been whittled down to an under $10 stock.
Whittled down to a nub. That's good, man. That's free market capitalism. We love to see that.
That is. They've been beaten up.
As well they should be. You get big and top heavy. You got all those mid-level managers like in our town, man. That stuff needs to be chopped up by guys.
A lot of financial shenanigans. So they were talking about their power unit and the potential growth. I don't know. It's something. This leadership is, I think, maybe doing some of the right things. Mm-hmm. I looked at it as the commentary is bullish. Looked at some bullish spreads, and there are a lot to choose from. I don't know about buying the stock, but maybe start playing with some credit spreads just to take a position where if the stock goes to zero, you know exactly what you lose, and you can start benefiting from the stock just sitting here or drifting higher. Yep. I don't think there's going to be an amazing jump. We're talking multiple earnings quarters out, and also if the recession comes in the next couple of years, a stock like this may not have the capital to survive. So there is some risk.
There's a heads up. Nice.
Is that a heads up?
That's a heads up, man. Heads up, man. Look, all these big companies. Look, how many companies from 1920 are still alive? GE. It's had a really good run, It's been propped up by the government, for buying their stuff and all these sort of things. It's, had a good run, but, these things need to fail eventually. It's just the way it is, man. That's the way it is.
Well, yeah. You could go to bankruptcy and reorganize. Exactly. They're trying to do that without going to bankruptcy, right? They're selling off divisions and, trying to get back to some core businesses that they think have, the ability.
I think this is the way governments should have to prove themselves like this, and then they just slowly, and then new ones pop up in their place, man.
Isn't that how it works?
You would hope, man.
Usually,
you would hope, man. But we like to hold on to things. It's like the duality of human nature. We like to hold on to things forever too. At the same time, don't want to see things go away.
Wow. When you say the duality of human nature, I think this show should almost come to an end today. That's taking chit chat to a whole new level,
dude. But you cut off my story, dude.
I'm going there.
We're building. Look at this. Will's building to the story.
This obviously proves there is no discussion before you and I go on the air, just so everyone knows. We literally get on the air and it starts. There is no topic discussion, no emails back and forth. So anyways, and I just went and did a screen on the options for top bullish and top bearish to show some people some ideas from that the premium's popping out this morning. And so these were the top bearish order flow signals, and top of the list, Boeing.
Yeah, of course.
Which by the way isn't an airline company. My brother wasn't going to take a Boeing. Boeing has not started an airline.
You don't know, dude. You don't know about my private jet.
But it's interesting because I also had Southwest popped up in that list as well, in the top bearish. Love down here somewhere, and there were no options to show from a trading standpoint that showed up in our screener. But some that did show up is American Airlines, which you were going to take a lot of opportunities to take a bearish position. Now the reason you'd want to take a bearish position in American or Southwest is that a large portion of their domestic fleet is made up of these MAX 8s, and I think they're taking MAX 9s off. And I know the Scandinavian airline, and it slips my name. But they in a tweet in a
wait, Swiss Air?
No, it's a Norwegian airline. They were one of the first ones to pull all their MAX 8s off.
Yep.
And he sent a video, tweeted out a video message saying they're pulling them off, and he sent a video bill to Boeing saying you were gonna reimburse us.
Oh no! And here's the bill for $85 million.
Yeah. Oh. So that's the type of stuff that Boeing is, and again, and we talked about this again when it first happened.
Yeah.
The news the news flow stops and it gets onto something else. That's because it is obviously it's getting to oversold territory with every, I was, for whatever reason, Facebook didn't work, but I was trying to do a Facebook live stream yesterday.
No, Facebook and I don't know if you're going to talk about that. Facebook, Instagram, the whole suite of products from Zuck were down yesterday, man.
Oh, it's
Crash
funny.
City, dude.
I was going to tweet out something about that too, because I thought that
you could have used Twitter. Twitter was functioning, but the Facebook suite of products was hit the deck yesterday.
Oh, man. That's funny, because I tried to do a live stream when they were announcing the news, because we talked about it, right?
Yeah, there was nothing. There was nothing yesterday. You could all my influencer friends were crying.
So you have to be from here. We have to see the effects, right? How long it lasts. They're going to start coming out with some projections on revenue lost, payouts, lawsuits. They'll start coming up with a number. And remember, that's what happened with I think it was PC&G, the power producer. It was like news. So just be aware, even though these type of numbers over here, the dividend yield and PE are getting more and more attractive. There still could be some, it's still a news flow downside risk.
Absolutely, man.
Anyways, I looked at some. There are a lot of places where you can still profit if the stock drifts higher, and you'll make money, if it goes down here with these credit put spreads. And again, American Airlines, I don't think Boeing's going to be reimbursing people for pulling these, but it's going to end up in courts, right?
Yeah, absolutely, man.
So that was the thing. So what was your story?
So no, I'm planning to go. Right, I'm flying out today, going on the cruise. And so I call Boeing or call American, man. I call American, and I'm like, because I look on my ticket, and sure enough, it's one of the MAX whatevers. And so I call them.
Oh, so it does say it on the ticket?
Yeah, it says 747 MAX or whatever it says. Yeah, it actually says it. And so I call them up in the States, and it's like, your wait time is approximately 3 hours, 30 minutes. And I said, oh, Lord. So I put my number in because they'll call you back. And then I proceeded to call. I found the number for the local here in Costa Rica, and I called there and still had to wait like 20 minutes. But I'm on the phone with the dude, and I'm like, hey, can I know, whatever the FAA has said. I see it in a tweet that they're, not going to allow these things to fly. He's like, we have not got word from American Airlines that flight is canceled, so I can move you, but it's $300 to move you. And I said, let me talk to a manager. And in the time I was waiting for the manager, that guy came back on and was like, oh, we just got word. And so I was very fortunate to be in line because they literally had 3 seats left for the flight after that flight on a different type of airline.
Look at you taking the initiative,
dude, getting it done, baby.
That's what trading's all about as well.
Dude, you got to be head on a swivel, but because dude, I was like the first. I'm one of the first people on the phone. Thankfully, if you were 10 minutes later, you were not getting on a new flight. You're out of luck.
Being first in line is a good place to be.
Dude, if you're not first, you're last.
That's true.
What movie's that from, dude?
I don't know. Put it out there for Chameleon Cup. Put it out there
first, you're last. You don't know that one, dude? Come on, man.
For a Chameleon Cup. Let's see.
All right, Chameleon Cup. Anybody who knows the movie, that's the easy. I mean, that's low hanging fruit right there, man.
All right, they have to do it in the next 30 minutes.
If you're not first, you're last.
Well,
dude, it's already done. Steven hit it. Talladega Nights. Way to go, Steven. You won yourself a cup, my man.
Is that the
yeah, dude? It's instantly
is that the
put
only
in,
movie
dude.
you quote from?
Yeah, it's a great movie, man. I mean, classic.
I guess I have to watch this movie.
Come on, you haven't seen that movie?
No.
Oh my god, it's my most quote. Just the scene where they're just punching the scene where they're at the dinner table. It's great.
Just it's like dinner with Jesus.
Yeah, the baby infant Jesus. He's my favorite Jesus. Will Ferrell, man, brings it every time, man. That guy brings it, dude.
He is great.
Brings it.
So, anyways, on a bullish play off this sad situation with BA and the airlines, I was listening to the chief I forget his first name. His last name is Barron, and he runs Barron Capital. But
Yep.
He's a big investor in Tesla, and he's in the background right now. But he was talking about an early investment he made in this company, Iridium. Now he's in at the $6 level. I'm not telling anyone to jump in.
Yep.
But this is the company that picked up. It's a satellite and data processing entity, and they picked up on the issue with the airline and presented the data to, I guess, the FAA, and that's what he said. I haven't dug deep, so it may be completely off, but he said they were instrumental in providing some of the data about these airlines, and for 5 years and they're a big user of SpaceX as well, which is another investor in. So they put a lot of satellites.
These guys weren't these the guys who were like almost. I mean, they might have even gone bankrupt at some time. They put. I mean, just a tremendous amount of cash thrown up all those satellites. Is that the company?
I don't think they've ever gone bankrupt.
No,
but
maybe not.
It's been around for a long time, but it's starting. I mean, obviously, with all the data transmission and the stuff that's going on in the world, it's starting to become a valuable play. I didn't look for any stocks. I mean, any option, but I just wanted to mention it.
Cool.
So, anyways, on to
dude. Look at the number. Look at you hustling, man. Look at all those tabs. You got 18 tabs up there, man. Good job today, man.
So I just wanted to mention one bullish. We've talked about these gaming stocks before. Some increasing bullish call activity in TTWO.
Take two. Yep.
It looks like it has found a bottom and maybe it's turning higher. If you want to try to take advantage of that, there's what the quick back tester showed. A lot of opportunities to put on a credit spread here. Activision's another one. Also, though it's not showing up in the order flow, also a lot of opportunities. Actually, the stocks look almost identical, right?
Yeah.
They got really beat up after the last report, both of them. I guess it was what was the news that actually led to the sell-off? I forget. Was it? I
don't know. We were around Christmas time where we had that big sell. I don't know. I don't know if there was any specific news. I'm not sure. Can't remember.
No, was it the game that our kids play, Fortnite, that was taking market share from these two companies?
That was part of it, but that's been it's not something that happened rapidly. Not sure. What happened with Facebook? I see it at the top of your screen there. What happened with it yesterday with all that?
What do you mean on the top of my screen?
I see it on the right next to your search bar. There's this FB in green. See the search bar? Yeah, go over.
You tell me when to stop.
Go left,
Right
stop.
there.
There's Facebook.
Well, I look at it every morning.
Yeah, no, I wanted to see what happened yesterday with the news of it completely crashing.
It was down 2.5 after hours. Did that news even? Yeah, outages 5:18.
Yeah.
Wow, I should have reported. I mean, look at that. I was affected by it, and I didn't report it.
Didn't even look at it, man.
I apologize to all my followers.
It's interesting, though. Look,
all 5 of you.
At the pre-market, it's down 1.5%. It's like real. I mean, well, I guess it could have. Of course, it's affecting their revenue because you can't run the ads for that day or that half a day. So yeah, it's interesting to see how it goes. I mean, what happened? Did people go out suddenly start going out and playing and kicking balls around now that Facebook was not working?
MySpace is up 1,000%. Everyone switched their accounts over.
Awesome, dude.
It's a funny world. Well, more importantly, there was a report out of Penn, and this isn't surprising, but there's an absolute strong correlation between the amount of time spent on social media and levels of anxiety, depression, suicide. There's a whole.
They're inversed, right? So the more time I'm on Instagram, the happier and more chill I am. Is that right?
Wrong. It's exactly what anyone would expect from it.
Sure.
And that measurement and that data has been around forever about it's biblical in desiring what other people have. So if you get too caught up in it, it can be a real bad situation.
A little bit of a bummer.
Hopefully President Trump steps in and actually regulates this so people can. You can only watch 4 minutes of your Facebook.
If you want to see Adam just get really, really mad, let's start doing that, man.
It is funny because, mentally for me, when, Facebook came out, it's like, why do I, all those reasons were why I didn't, get involved.
Sure.
It's great from a business perspective, but it's like all those reasons are there. And so just something, another thing that everyone should be aware of. Obviously, it's not, people aren't able to make that decision themselves. And, you have a lot of use of these social networks, which is, I guess, it is what it is.
This I hadn't heard. Chess is saying that Facebook keyword is the criminal charge, quote unquote. New York Times reported that federal prosecutors are conducting a criminal investigation.
That is
data
true.
Sharing agreements.
That is true. Of course, New York State is.
Man.
They love grabbing the money.
You just need to break these things up. They're so dangerous, Will. Do you know how dangerous it is that somebody's sitting in front of their screen, Will? It's dangerous.
There is a lot of danger. It's funny.
Why can't people just? Why are they so scared to let people choose? Why are they so much smarter than everybody else, dude?
And people should just be aware. And that's why I just brought, the message of, and this study isn't new. Again,
dude, they've had that thing for, dude, come on. We had this with TV back in 1972, man.
No.
You're going to be stupid sitting in, dude, they used to call it the boob tube. It was
it's two different things, dude. Creating stupid human beings because the TV, people are watching too much TV is different than,
dude, it's no different. The problem, the thing is, this baby sits in my face. I can use it 24/7. That's the difference, man.
No.
It's the exact same thing, dude. It's entertainment. It's escapism, man. It's the exact same thing.
It isn't. It's the social networks are completely different than what TV was presented on TV.
You know how they're different? They're better, dude. They're 1,000 times better than TV because I can interact with it, dude. That's why people are addicted to it because it's awesome. It's awesome, dude. And you or anybody else telling me it's not awesome and that I need to break these things up. Screw you, man. Screw you. Who are you to tell me what to do?
Well, it's like smoking, right?
No, it's not, because I'm not hurting you by doing it, dude.
No, you. What did I just tell you?
Dude, take your phony baloney study. That's like the third-hand smoke studies, man. 85,000 people die of third-hand smoke. No, they don't. That's a made-up study, man. I'm not dead. I use social media 24/7. Am I dead?
I don't know. Are you? Maybe we both.
Dude, the entire planet's using social media. If that was true, that it affects the. Dude, 99% of people would be killing themselves. It's just not true, man.
Well,
they can make those studies up and mean anything, dude. Anything. And you're going to take a study on mental health and people feel more sad and regulate an industry because of that? Hell with you, man. Who are you to tell us what to do? Maybe I want to be sad. Maybe I want to. I mean, well, who knows? But to say that, this is a public health risk. No way, dude. No way. And you, as an American, should stand up and say, no way, dude. No way.
Take a look at the chart I have up right now. You see that? That's a hockey stick. We're moving higher. $69 billion is the suicide cost rate.
Dude, that's taking Facebook. That's you saying that this is a relation to that. And that is a huge jump that no real scientist would do. Because you're not taking into account that everybody's healthier today. Everybody has more stuff today. Everybody has more of everything today. And naturally, by nature, when that happens, it's the matrix effects. People automatically begin killing themselves because you lose meaning, dude. When your life, you have everything, people lose meaning in their lives, so they start killing themselves. That's the way it works, dude. There's no problem with that. Back in 1972 when that happened, people either A, killed themselves, or, you would jump on a boat and sail around the world or try and climb Mount Everest or go do a marathon, do something to challenge yourself. This happens. This is human nature, man. There's nothing wrong with this. This is good. This means our society is actually progressing, man. There's no problem with this. There's no problem.
Are you a lukewarmer? Is that what you are? I mean, you may be a cooler. Do you believe that we're actually going to go into an ice age soon? I mean, who are you?
I'm obviously an insane person, man.
Suicide rate in Costa Rica is moving the other way, by the way. They do not have access to any social media. The only thing they have access to is the Costa Rican podcast.
There's a direct correlation between the Costa Rican podcast and suicide rates. We're going to need to shut down that podcast.
It's brought it down.
All right, bring your face up, Matt, so I can say goodbye to you. Prove that I'm right, as always. McBride's right. If you want to hear more about me being right, just click the subscribe button here on YouTube. Tick that bell.
I've left the building.
You guys are getting a taste of dinner time talk when we were growing up right here, man. Arguing the world.
By the way, that secondhand smoke he's talking about.
No, third hand. Third hand kills 85,000 people a year, Will.
I didn't know that. What's third hand?
You've never heard of third? Oh, Will, it's a silent killer. It's a silent killer.
Well, I know secondhand smoke hasn't killed you or I yet, because we used to sit at the dinner table with two smokers.
That was basically firsthand smoke. I mean, that was not even. If you're catching it literally 2 feet away, I'm almost convinced that was firsthand smoke.
Oh man, it kept us from smoking. That's for sure.
Absolutely, man. Exactly, dude. Unintended consequences, man. Guess what? Our kids. This happens now, right? We're glued to it. It's addictive. It's great. The reason it's addictive, it's because it's great. Okay, let's be clear. Okay.
I went without my phone for a week.
Good for you, brother. Whatever. Good, bad. Awesome. I might think that's terrible. Guess what? It's your decision and not some bureaucrat who thinks he knows better.
We have a representative here looking to ban phone use during the daylight hour banning. I'm voting for it.
And you know what your kids will be doing? Please, darkness, please come. Please come, darkness.
They do. I put them outside. They're like cats. They immediately start scratching at the door to come back in. What's going on with the world?
Dude, it's great.
Please, everyone, just get the chameleon and trade options. Much more fun.
Much more fun. Hey,
following fake friends on Facebook and being hit by Chinese click
Robobots.
farms, and judging your life by hearts and thumbs up.
Hey,
Don't
look what Chess says. Forget the slogan of McDonald's. We are now into the McBros. I'm loving it.
That's
hilarious. Look, I understand that I'm insane, and most people disagree with me. But look, man,
yeah.
I'm all for the individual. Why should the individual not be able to make these decisions themselves? That we are going to allow, and it would, trust me, if you don't stand up and talk about it and say no, guess what? They're going to do it. They're going to take it away from you and everybody else, and you're going to say, "Well, this is the way it should be. They're protecting children." No, dude. No, they're not protecting children. They're taking away your rights and my rights.
This is
and that's
the
lack of
chameleon.
freedom, and that's not what America's about.
Use the market chameleon whenever you can. I've eliminated my face. I'm back on the chameleon. I'm surprised you can safely walk the streets of Costa Rica. I mean, you're basically in a socialist country. I mean, you should come up and work for the Trump administration.
Guys, you got to do it, man. Dude, the exact opposite is you don't want the opposite. Trust me, man. You do not. All you got to do is look around, man. Look around. You want somebody dictating what you're going to do, what the best way is. You know what you get? Just look at Venezuela. It's not hard to see. Look at Nicaragua. Not hard to see. Easy. This stuff's easy, man.
The Chameleon just reported, Dollar General just reported it's down 7% pre-market.
Ooh.
Dollar General. We talked about that.
Yeah, we did.
Weeks.
Surprisingly, because everything's terrible, right? Don't people shop at dollar stores when everything's terrible?
Oh, I don't think everything's terrible.
No, everything's awesome, man.
Everything is awesome. It is. Really is. Thank God. Thank God we live in an age of awesomeness.
You can thank
the
capitalism
age of awesomeness.
For that. Yes. Remember, everybody, click subscribe. Tick that bell if you're on the Chameleano. Try it for free for 7 days. You get all the sweet, sweet data and analytics. Right, brother?
That you do.
All right, we're going to try tomorrow. I'm going to be in Florida tomorrow, so I'll try to hook it up. We'll see how it goes, man. It might be a little iffy, this show tomorrow morning, but we're gonna run with it.
We are?
I'm gonna try to hook up the computer right now and get it going.
You go out of your way for this chameleon community. It's a special
we'll see how
thing.
the Wi-Fi is at the Hilton. All right. Later, everybody. Have a great day trading. Stay safe out there.
Maybe have a good weekend if we don't see you tomorrow.
All right. Take care.